Shalom, sweet people. I am Maker Strong. My Maker makes me strong. And I came to you guys today with another installment of Celibacy is Easy. This time I'm going to talk to you guys about these little street corner logic things that they're not practical and they do not bode well with the real world. So I was going to talk to you guys about this, and then I saw this reel, and it explained it beautifully. So I'm going to share that with you right now.
You too.
How much?
This much?
Oh,
Why?
I like you this much.
There's an imbalance.
What do you see when you see me?
A relationship?
Oh,
What do you see?
fun dates?
Yeah, no, I'm cool with that.
Are you?
Not really, but I'll pretend.
But you're gonna develop feelings that aren't substantiated by anything tangible.
I'll just keep hoping you'll change your mind.
Fully knowing that I won't.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's delusional.
Yes.
You're gonna get hurt.
I'm aware.
Why would you put yourself through that?
Well, I'd rather have some of you than none.
I feel like I should end this before it gets to that point.
Why?
Well, the longer we see each other, the harder the blow will be on you.
So end it.
I won't.
Why?
Because I'm getting everything I want at your expense. You end it.
I won't.
Why?
Because I lack the self-respect to walk away.
What's another situation, Chip?
Maybe we should look for people that actually want the same thing we do.
We probably should, but I like you.
I like you too.
All right, it goes round and round and round like that. Wow. So the point that I was going to go over with you guys was that whole idea of some of you is better than none of you. And this really, of course, we know that conversations between partners doesn't usually come off like that. It's not usually as raw and honest as that. But that is really what's going on when you are giving to a person and they're not giving back to you in kind. So, um, there has to be a balance. There has to be something. And of course, we don't have a scale where we can say, okay, there's one little ounce, we don't have that. But when somebody is giving into you, pouring into you, and you're pouring into them, when that feels balanced and when it doesn't. And the idea that you are willing to accept less than that, just because you like the person, I feel like you guys really, there's this feeling of not that you don't have self-respect. I don't want to always put things in boxes like that. But sometimes it's like he says, I lack the self-respect to walk away. But sometimes it is about wanting something so bad and feeling like you will eventually be valued. It's not about you not respecting yourself necessarily. It's more about like you hoping against hope. Keep hope alive, as they say, right? So you're keeping the hope that if you give into something and the other person, maybe you're just thinking they just don't see it right now, but then eventually they will. And that's the day you're waiting for. Doesn't mean you don't respect yourself. It just means that you're a little bit delusional. You are of the delusion that something's going to change based on no evidence. Okay? So I will tell you guys this, that I am a Pisces, and I don't know if anybody cares about that or not, but everything that I've read about Pisces is pretty spot on when it comes to me, with a few exceptions. But like I said, like I definitely kind of feel that energy of Pisces. And so with that, we love everybody. We love everybody. So just to say that you are a friend of a Pisces, I think that's the only sign in the zodiac that you could really say you're getting some of them, and that's all you're going to get, and that'll be okay, because we love everybody and we're not going to throw people away, but we will distance ourselves when it's not serving us. So that's true. But the whole idea, that expression, some of you is better than none of you, I don't think it really works for other people, like for the majority of people. I think what happens is you start to develop even deeper, stronger feelings just because they're giving you an inlet into their life. I'm not talking about sex. But just because they've given you an inlet, you think you're going to just this to prove yourself to them. And again, sometimes it is lacking self-worth, but sometimes it's just that thought that, wow, wouldn't this be so great if it worked out, because I really like him. I really like her. Wouldn't it be so great? And then so you're living in the dream. Like Pisces, we dream, we are dreamers. But a lot of our, well, speaking for myself, my dreams, the dreaminess of a Pisces is not about, well, I guess some of us, it's about flightiness. But usually our dreams are about like spirituality. A lot of our dreams have to do with the fifth dimension and stuff like that. So dreaming is where we get our creative juices from. And so do not mistake that to say that we're daydreaming and that's like being flighty. Because a lot of times when we're daydreaming, we are actually manifesting. We're actively trying to manifest something. So we're concentrating our energy on it. But I'm not here to talk about Pisces. I'm here to talk about these expressions, and I'm not going to get off the path that I started. The point I'm making is it doesn't usually work for other people. Most people, if they're attracted to you, they're not going to not be attracted to you. Okay. And so if you're not an empathic person normally, then you probably need to take the zero, the none of them, because it is pulling your energy into a direction that is not right for you. And so, yes, everything happens for a reason. You meet people, and a lot of times, not a lot of times, every time you meet somebody, you are supposed to be learning something from that encounter. Whatever that thing is, it might be something small you learned, or maybe something that later on it'll play out. Like you'll remember this thing that happened with this guy that you met when you were pumping your gas, or, and it didn't play out until way in the future or whatever. But every encounter you have with people is supposed to teach you something. We're here on this plane of reality to learn, to grow, and to grow into our best soul path. The journey of our soul is supposed to be ascending upwards. So everything that we are doing on a daily basis is supposed to be pushing us in that direction. So sometimes you'll meet somebody and they'll cuss you out. Well, guess what? That cuss out was to teach you something. Maybe it was to teach you how to control your anger, of not cussing them back out. Or maybe it was to teach you that you need to defend yourself when people are doing it, whatever the lesson is for that moment. But people that you meet are not always to keep. Okay, so take what you can get out of it, and give what you can give to it. But then when you see that there's such an imbalance, it's time to walk away. All right. So I think that's all I'm going to say about that. Some of you is better than none of you is BS. All right. Shalom.